Howdy, my name is Shaun Arif. I am in section 644 and today I'll be talking to you about wavelength and frequency. Wavelength and frequency is like pineapple pizza. They just simply belong together. Wavelength, in a simple definition, is pretty much the distance between two adjacent crests or the top peaks of a wave, or two adjacent troughs or the two bottom peaks of a wave. Frequency, on the other hand, is a number of waves or cycles within a given amount of time. For example, here, in a time span of 1 second, there are 4 cycles, or 4 waves, which means that we have a frequency of 4 hertz. Hertz is a unit of measurement that measures the frequency of a wave. Wavelength and frequency have an interesting relationship. You can think of it as an inverse relationship where a short wavelength have a high amount of frequency or a high amount of energy, whereas a long wavelength has a low frequency or a low amount of energy. One way to demonstrate the relationship between a wavelength and a frequency is through a piano. Sound contains waves, meaning it has a wavelength and frequency. When I play a low note, you can see there is a long wavelength, meaning it possesses a very low frequency. If I play, on the other hand, a high note, it has a very high frequency, but a very short wavelength. Here in the electromagnetic spectrum, light contains waves. So when you have red light is a very low energy color because it has a long wavelength and a very low frequency. Violet, on the other hand, has a very short wavelength and therefore a high frequency and therefore a high amount of energy. And white light contains all the frequencies and the wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum.